Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will see how the variables are created in UiPath and how the values are passed in the activities. Let's start to understand how variables are used in UiPath. For that, I will add one sequence here. I will rename it as a demo sequence and I'll click on create button. So here new sequence has been created. Just to understand purpose, we have to give the correct annotations for each activity. So here I'll give it as a variable demo. This is the name of the sequence. Then I will add a new activity called input dialog box. And let's assume that this dialog box will ask the username for the username input dialog. The title of the dialog will be username, and the label that will be displayed in dialog box, that is enter username. Once the input dialog box is created, we need to take the input from the users, and this input needs to be stored in variable. There are three ways to create the variable. If you see here, the output that we receive from the input dialog box, that needs to be stored in a variable. In order to create the variable, here you can see the output property of the input dialog box, where results can be stored in a variable. There are three types of ways to create the variable. The first one is by pressing the Ctrl K in result. Here you can specify the username. The second way is that by creating a variable in variable panel. Here by adding a new line, we can create a new variable. And third way is by clicking a Ctrl K in input dialog box. If you press the Ctrl K, then it will ask a variable name. Let's continue with the input variable panel. Here I will define the variable str name, user name, and this variable type will be a string, and the scope of variable will be for the demo sequence. Here the name of the variables that we have defined, and the second column is that variable type, whether it is which type of variable is this, boolean, integer, string, object, etc. So here the input that which we are going to take from the users, that is a string type of input. So let's keep it as it is. And the third column is the scope of variable. Here it defines the scope of variable. Now the scope of variable that which I have defined here is for this sequence, and the last column is that default value. Here we can specify the default value for the variable. Let's add this variable output result of the input dialog box, str username, and let's save this. Let's print the value that we have taken from the user using the input dialog box. There are several ways to print this value. First will be a message box, a write line, or a log a message. Let's continue with the log message activity to print this message. So from here, from the activity panel, I will take the log message activity here, and I'll specify the log level, that is information, and here I'll put the username to print the value which we have taken from the business users. Let's run this workflow and see how this workflow print the value. Workflow is running, and here the input dialog box has been populated, and it is asking to enter the value for the username. Let's assume I am giving it as a automation user and press on OK button. Now let's go to the output panel and see the variables execution has been started. This is the project name, if you see here, and the value which we have entered is automation user, is printed by the log message activity. Now let's continue with the creation of variable using Ctrl+K key. For that I'll add another sequence here, and I'll name it as a assign sequence. Okay, then I will add assignment activities here. Assign activity inside this sequence, and here I'll press the Ctrl K and create a new variable called status, and here I'll add the status user is logged in. Okay, now here in log message I will add a concatenation. I will do the concatenation operation by adding plus sign, username plus status. If you see here, our workflow is running in a problem because the variable status which we have defined, its scope is limited to the assigned sequence, and if we use this variable outside that sequence, then it will run in a problem. So to fix this issue, I will have to change the scope of this variable from assigned sequence to demo sequence. And see, error has been disappeared now. Now let's save this project and run the workflow. Automation user, and let's go to the output panel, and here is the log. Automation user is logged in. I hope your concepts about variables and its scope is cleared now. In case you have any more questions, please write in a comment. I'll try to reply to your comments as soon as possible. Also, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.